Hi guys, it's Nancy here and I'm back with another album share video, and these are from my 2017 projects that I completed. This trip is actually from 2016, so it did take me about a year to complete it. I kind of started and stopped this project, and then I went away with the Hey Little Magpie Girls. I think it was in June for a long weekend. Took this, my Harry Potter album and my Scotland album with the intention of finishing them all, which I did. Super pleased when I came back because they were a project that had been hanging over my head a little bit. Not in a negative way, just I kept finding new papers and different things that I wanted to use. So this is the 2016 trip that we took to the West Country. So we did just a little road trip. This is where we've done another one sort of similar since, where we just get in my car. This is my car. The latest one we went in my boyfriend's car because my car did not go well in the steep hills and that of the West Country. So this is then just an album of our trip. As you can see, it's quite a chunky album. The last time I made an album of one of our road trips, it took two 4x4 albums, so I'm known for making big mini albums. So again, I've got to go back and do my journaling in here because I want to revisit my journal that I actually wrote this time. So I have got to go back and do some journaling, but that's not a problem. I quite enjoy going back and doing that because that's kind of a separate headspace. So I've just used a variety of pocket sizes in here and some more summery collections as well. Again, I've used these flip-flap pockets, again, which come as part of the Snap albums. So I had a really good time. So our first stop was in Poole, and because it's a smaller size, a 6x8 size, there's not as much space for embellishment, but I quite like that for a mini album. I did some different stamp designs that kind of go throughout the album. I've cut these sunglasses out of an Amy Tan piece of paper. They go through the album. So several things. If you've seen any of my travel albums before, if you do look at my playlist, you'll see that I've done album shares before. I like to pick a theme, and that theme runs through. So for example, my Scottish albums always have stags as a theme because I love stags, so I buy everything with a stag on it and then have to use it. My Harry Potter album uses like the Deathly Hallows sign, and then like the HP kind of symbol. So I like to have a theme that runs through. So this is me and my boyfriend in the sunshine. Again, like it's a combination of pictures he took and I took. Again, funny little pockets and bits and pieces here. We then took a little car ferry across. That was great. Great fun. So documented some of the food we have. And I just love how summery this is because it was such ridiculously nice weather while we were away as well. And I really just enjoy capturing it. So we went away in June. And it wasn't quite the school holidays, so like there was no kids about. Oh, it was lovely. And again, you get lovely pictures like this, my ice cream, looking over like the Devon countryside. I think we were at that point. Again, I've used a mixture of supplies. Some of these are cut apart, some of these are bits from Ali Edwards kits. I've used these Project Life cards throughout, so I can go back and add my journaling in. So for example here, there was loads of stickers left on the Simple Stories sheet, so they went in. Again, documenting things we eat. This is about my Cornish pasty trial. This bakery was saying it was like the best one ever, and this one was saying it was like the one that won all these awards. So I did a little taste test. Still capturing like we have room service. We then went, Buckfastleigh, we went on a steam train. It's becoming a bit of a theme that me and my boyfriend, when we go away, we find a steam train to go on. So again, this documenting us on the steam train. This is the train coming in. I quite like in these smaller albums that you can do larger format pictures without having to worry about having a bigger printer and things. So I really like that. And again, I like these page protectors with little bits and pieces on. So again, this is then the train making his silly faces. That's when I left him at the station. This is me waving goodbye on the train. Again, a little flip-flap pocket here. This is a piece from an Ali Edwards kit. This is a Chamel heart, and this is stuck just on top of the page protector. And I do that in mini albums. I'll stick stuff actually just on the page protectors. There's this little funny story that goes alongside this sheep picture. So that's documented there. This is actually taken a still from a video of my boyfriend on a little rope swing. We stayed in this beautiful farm cottage, which was actually part of the Prince of Wales estate. So he owned the land, and the woman run the land and had a little B&B, and it was absolutely beautiful. And we were there for just a night. It was an absolute nightmare to get to. The road leading up to it, they were actually laying the tarmac on the road. So we were like calling the woman to try and find out how to get there. Oh, it was a nightmare. But it was so worth it. It was absolutely brilliant. And we found some really great little places that we stayed. Then I documented like the breakfast and stuff we had. She was so fab. Made like my boyfriend cheese on toast for breakfast. Was just so amenable, and oh, loved it. This is then funny pictures of me taking a picture of my boyfriend, and then my boyfriend taking a picture of me taking a picture of him. So again, that's just funny, and we've got a little funny story to go along with those pictures. Then we move over to Plymouth, and the beautiful lighthouse, and again, the weather. Oh, I had a few issues scrapping these pictures because the sky was so blue. It just like, oh, I'm not used to scrapping such blue skies. So again, on these I've kept my photos. You know, some of them I've just printed 4x6, but others I've just changed around the sizing. And again, I think this could be like in Italy. It just looks lovely. I am going to Italy in April this year with my mum and dad. I'm so excited. It's a place we've been a lot of times. It's Lake Como. We stay opposite the Bellagio Island. Oh, it's just amazing. Can't wait to go. Or scrap it either. So again, we've got some little pictures here. So we had like an afternoon tea. Just beautiful scenes. I always try to get my boyfriend to also do some journaling in here. It's always a bit of a challenge, but I always like to try and get him to put somewhere in here. So again, just beautiful Cornwall towns and stuff. It's just lovely. So then this is another place that we stayed. And again, here is this little flip-flap picture of me in the dining room. Again, this was just another one we found. We used to get, so we were driving along, then we just look on our phones, find a cheap B&B that was close by, and book in. So this is then when we went to Truro. My boyfriend bought, I think, 7 pairs of shoes. Only one of them was for me. He has a shoe thing. Then we went down to Lizard Point, which was so beautiful, so amazing. I could have took thousands of pictures. I got sunburn, but you know, it was just worth it. These pictures are just, oh, it's amazing. So I could have filled an album all with these, and I don't mind just having pages of just pure photos, because I look at this and it takes me right back to that moment. I don't need anything else on there. It's just like, yes, love it. So again, just a series of photos. We did get a bit photo happy at this point because, like I said, it was just beautiful. So loads of beautiful pictures. Loads of beautiful pictures. Loads of beautiful pictures. So like I said, we took a lot of pictures at Lizard Point, but it just summarised the holiday so brilliantly. So after that we went and stayed at this beautiful B&B that had the most amazing views. Again, absolute nightmare to get to. My boyfriend seemed to pick like places which just the sat nav wouldn't find, or up the most ridiculous hills, or yeah. But it had the most amazing views. So again, there's a little selfie of us here, and again I'm going to write about actually finding it. This was the big, it was like a bungalow, but it had this big panoramic conservatory where you looked out over. It was amazing, absolutely amazing. So of course had to capture that, of course had to capture the breakfast. Then we went down to Land's End. I love this picture. This was a picture that we actually got taken, and they're really good. They'll take pictures on your mobile as well, but you can then pay to have a proper picture and they'll just send it to you. And they can change these stats to say like actually where you live or anything like that, but we just put our names and then the date we were there, and I absolutely love it. So then I've got some pictures of the beach, because we went on the beach and had a little bit of a paddle. Famous little, we always, whenever we go on holiday and we're near water, we have to get pictures of our feet in the water. Then there's this picture here of us chilling on the beach. Again, funny pictures, humorous picture, mate. I have a thing with my boyfriend will be trying to take a nice like scenic picture and I'll just pop my head up. But I really love these pictures, and this is like, this summarises it, you know, and it says this feels like summer, and it did. It was amazing. Yes, I had to go back to work after this, which was a bit of a challenge, but you know. And then we finished up by going to Bath. We didn't take loads of pictures because it was like the last day of our trip. We were just tired. We'd been together for a week at this point and wanted to not kill each other, but people, even my boyfriend, I just need my space. So at this point, but I just loved these umbrellas installation, so I put that in the back. So other than going through and just filling in these little stories on these cards, which, you know, I'm going to do in an evening, that's then this album completed and captured, and I love it. I absolutely love it, and just flicking through it now, it just brings back all those memories. I have been to Cornwall again. We had a week in Cornwall, and I've got all that to capture as well. I'm going to do that in an 8x8 album this time. We spent a lot of time at the Eden Project, and they've got thousands of pictures, so I'm going to do that in an 8x8 format, but similar to this, I want to just use different theme pieces throughout it. I would say I really love these albums. They're nice and sturdy, you know, they're really, this is heavy, there's a lot of stuff in here, but I really enjoyed this, and I really enjoyed documenting this trip. And even though I worked it in stages, and you may think it's not finished because the journaling's not done, but to have all those photos and memories captured in one booklet is just brilliant. And you know, me and my boyfriend have flicked through this as well, and you know, it brings stories up every time we look through it, so you know, for me it's part of its purpose, isn't it? So that is that album. This is the Cornwall trip album, or West Country trip, and I loved it. I'm going to say, I hope you've enjoyed this little flick through. I know this one was a little bit longer than the others, but I just wanted to go through and actually show you a little bit of where I went and things, because you know, that's all part of it, and I love it. So that is that. I'm going to come back. I've got a couple, I think I've got 2 or 3 more album shares for you, and then I am going to get back into doing process videos and showing you me actually making layouts as well. But I just wanted to have a kind of bit of a catch up of where I've been. So thank you very much guys for watching. I really appreciate it. I appreciate your comments and your likes, and I'll speak to you all again very, very soon. Bye!